it's Tammy with Collard Valley Cooks, and I'm hungry, so we are going to make us a quick breakfast. We're going to be making some biscuits, and this time I've actually got my oven preheated at a higher temperature, and they're going to go in my little toaster oven. And while they're cooking, we're going to be making up some sausage, eggs, and I'm going to make a little bit of gravy. I'm not making a lot, so this is just a breakfast for two, maybe, okay? So I think what we're going to do first is we're going to cut our sausage and place it in the skillet over here. So I just opened up some sausage that Swaggerty sent me yesterday, and this is, I have not tried this one. It's all natural, preservative-free sage sausage. So I'm excited to try it. Now, if you'll notice on the side of your sausage when you get it at the grocery store, my mother always squeezed it out and made her own little patties, which I personally didn't like because they shrink up and then they get really fat. So I always slice mine by the guide on the tube, and so that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to go ahead and cook about 4 pieces, because that way it'll be good. So what I do is I take the tip of my knife, I poke where the actual line is to start the opening in the plastic, and then I slice it down. And that's how I cut my sausage off. And then I'm gonna bring y'all over here and let you watch me put it in the skillet. Here's the sausage, and then you just press it out of there, and you've got a nice size patty. We're gonna lay them in here. This is already preheated. I preheated my oven and I preheated my skillet. Now, sausage is not real fatty like you really think it is. So sometimes you have to add a little oil to it. Now, this is preservative free. I have no idea how it's gonna cook up yet. So for now, I'm not gonna add anything to it. We're just gonna let it cook while we're mixing up our biscuits. And I've even got some cantaloupe to slice. What a delicious breakfast, right? Delicious breakfast. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our bowl, and this is our white lily flour, and it's self-rising, so I don't have to add anything to it. And I'm just gonna make a real small batch of biscuits, so I'm only gonna use about a cup of flour, just a dab of shortening, not much. And we're gonna use our blending fork and blend this in the flour. And you're gonna wanna blend it in there until it's about pea size. A lot of people think you gotta blend it till it's really small, but you don't. It doesn't take a lot of blending to make a good biscuit, all right? And the blending fork is amazing to do it with, all right? So we've got that mixed up, and it's ready. All we gotta do is add a little buttermilk to it. So let me bring y'all over here and let you watch me a little closer. I think I need to pull y'all up just a hair. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add the buttermilk. And you just wanna add it a little bit at a time. Whoa, I just messed up, didn't I? That wasn't a little bit, Tammy. All right, and you just stir it around like that with your blending fork until you get enough in there that there's no more loose flour. So stir it every time, because you don't want to add too much. And it needs just a tiny bit more for that over there. And that's gonna do it. So you want your bowl to look about like that when you're done. I don't like to give people an amount. I mean, my recipe shows an amount, but I tell you to add it a little bit at a time on purpose, all right? This is a little bitty batch of biscuits, y'all. And they're gonna cook up really fast. They should be done in about 10 minutes since I've got my oven temperature a little higher. So you're just going to put just a little bit more flour in them and fold them over. If you want them to rise up good and you want to be able to slice them and, you know, like put something inside of them, you need to work them a little bit. A lot of people think you don't work a biscuit, but you really do. And now I'm just going to cut them out little. Get out of there. This is a funnel, it's not really a biscuit cutter. I'm just using it as one today. And don't twist them when you cut them either, because if you want them to rise, you don't want to twist it. Use a little short end in the bottom of your pan. This is a little brownie pan. It's 7 by 11, and aluminum really is the best thing to cook a biscuit in my opinion. So my granny always used aluminum. And so we're going to put these biscuits in here. So when you cut them out, if you want them to rise good, don't twist it. And you want it to be kind of high, okay, when you make it. This one we're just going to split into two and roll it with our hands. And we're going to get these in my little oven, and they're going to start cooking while we finish up breakfast. Let's see how this is cooking up, y'all. Looks pretty good, don't it? This is a little brownie spatula that I'm using. It's a Rada product. You know, we sell those Rada knives through the website. I got several of their little brownie spatulas. These things work good for slicing up a sheet cake too, and serving pieces of sheet cake out of the actual pan. They really work good for brownies and stuff like that, bars. All right. So as soon as that finishes, we're going to be able to make some gravy. And while that's doing that, and the biscuits are cooking, we're going to hop right here and slice up a cantaloupe. Now this cantaloupe I got from Sam's Club, and it was called a sweet sugar kiss. And I really haven't bought one of these before. I have no idea what it's going to taste like, but we're going to give it a try. I'm just going to go ahead and scoop the contents of it into this bowl because I'm not going to be using this bowl, and I have a garbage disposal. You could always save a few of the seeds and try to plant them, I guess, if you like the product. I'm not sure if that'll work or not. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. I'm not much of a green thumb, but my husband is. And my sister is. But I love sliced cantaloupe with gravy biscuit. I don't know if you've ever tried it or not, but the sugar with the sweetness, the sweetness with the saltiness of the gravy. Oh my gosh, it's delicious. Mommy used to, in the summertime a lot, make gravy biscuit and sliced cantaloupe for supper because Daddy would have been out working in the heat, and he liked gravy biscuit with cantaloupe for supper. Just for something not so heavy, and it's just good. Good. And I'm going to give it a taste. I'm just going to let that sit there. Wow, what are we going to do next, y'all? We are ahead of the game. We're ahead of the game. Let's taste it. Wow. That is super sweet. It is delicious. If you've never had a sugar kissed cantaloupe, you better get ready for some sugar. We're gonna make our eggs in this one. It's just me this morning. So I'm just gonna make me an egg, and then I can make Chris one when he comes home. I'm looking for my butter. For my butter, baby. All right. So I'm gonna put a little bit of butter in here for me an egg and let it start melting. And I'm just gonna fry an egg. And I know that it looks like I don't have that over the eye, but it's because of that angle you're at. It's actually right over it, okay? And this sausage is really close to being done. If it's not, I'm pretty sure it's done. I'm anxious to try this. I always buy their other sausage, and they sent me this all natural, so I want to give it a taste. Now we have our drippings in there, and I'm going to add just a little bit of butter for our gravy. And I'm going to add an egg over here to start simmering for me. And just kind of getting all that good stuff off the bottom with that butter real quick. And then we're going to start our gravy. Hopefully y'all can see that. Let me back y'all up just a little bit. Make sure it's in your view. Now we're going to add a little bit of flour to it. And you're going to want your flour to brown a little bit. And you want to add just enough flour to make a thick, I guess you would call it some people call it a roux, but now see, it's already dark, but y'all, that dark is not the flour that's cooked. It's the sausage drippings. That's just about perfect. That's about the consistency you want it to be. And I always add my salt and pepper in at this point. We'll go ahead and salt and pepper the egg while we're doing that. I love pepper. My mama always cooked with her pepper. Some people don't. They wait and pepper stuff when it's done. So we're letting that get a little bit brown. Let me turn this eye up just a tad. And I'm going to look at my biscuits real quick, make sure they're not getting too brown. All right, so after that browns a minute, then you can start adding your milk. We're just going to add a little bit because we're just making enough for us this morning. If you've never seen one of this is a gravy whisk, and I actually had a viewer send it to me because she liked it. Y'all want to see it? I like to make eggs in my non-stick skillets. All right, we're going to get the biscuits out of the oven. You can see them. And you don't want to get them real dark when you're making breakfast or gravy, okay? I'm going to turn it up just a little bit while we butter us a biscuit. And I like my egg, I like the yellow real done, so I'm gonna smash it, y'all. I like to smash my egg. All right, there's our biscuits. Let's put a little butter on them. I'm just using my hands like I would if y'all weren't looking, because that's what I would do. I use my hands a lot. You can tell because I have a burn on one of my fingers. All right, there you go. My egg is done. I'm gonna get this off my fingers. Let me turn this egg off. I got it nice and brown, but I like them brown. Amy's got a friend, my youngest daughter. We have a young lady that we actually pay for her education too, that's my daughter's friend. And she will not eat an egg unless it's brown, y'all. But that gravy's done, it's perfect. So I'm gonna turn it off. We're gonna make a plate. and I get to taste their new sausage. Oh. Now when I make gravy, you can see these biscuits. You see how fast they got done? They're brown on the bottom because it's an aluminum pan. It doesn't take it forever. And you can open them and they don't fall apart, and you can stuff them, okay? So what I like to do is open a couple for my gravy, like that. And then put my gravy on them. Now you might want to taste your gravy, make sure it's salt and peppery enough. But now I've been cooking forever, so I kind of know how much to put in there for me. But it don't mean it's going to be just right for you. So there's my breakfast, and we're going to sit here and eat it right quick. I'm going to give y'all one more look at it so I can get a good clip out of it. Does that look good? And then we're gonna eat. My favorite part is eating, right? I'm gonna taste the sausage. You taste it. Delicious. Tastes like the other sausage, except it's all natural. Delicious, Swaggerty's makes to me. And I'm not just saying that. They make the best sausage on the planet. Me and Chris bought I bought some pre-made meatballs the other day at Sam's Club. Some of y'all might have bought them before and like them. Wait a minute. I like Publix. They make meatballs in their meat department, Italian meatballs, and to me they're good. But I bought these, and they're made by another company, and they were prepackaged, and I got in here and I cooked them, and I thought, man, this is gonna be a good, easy supper. I got the meatballs already made. I'm just gonna add some canned sauce and have some noodles, and we're gonna have supper made. And I sat down to eat those meatballs, and I did not like that at all. They tasted really strange to me. They didn't taste like breakfast sausage, and they didn't taste Italian like they should have. They had put some spice in them I really didn't care for. And it's so funny, it's what you're used to, you know. We've been out to LA and we've been out to Vegas. And they make sausage there, so some of y'all may live there. Let me just tell you, your sausage tastes way different than the breakfast sausage we're used to eating. And they eat it for breakfast. Nothing like a light, fluffy biscuit, right? And to eat it with a slice of cantaloupe is like heaven on earth. Wow. I have never had a cantaloupe that sweet before in my life. Those are really sweet cantaloupes. For watching Collard Valley Cooked. Y'all have a blessed day, and I love ya, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Love ya.